Euclid's Elements, Book 4, Proposition 10. To construct an equilateral triangle such that the base angles are each double the remaining angle. So here's what we're going to end up making. We're going to make an isosceles triangle, right, where two sides are equal. And if the value of this is a, then the value of this is going to be 2a, and the value of this is going to be 2a. So the value of each of these base angles is going to be double the remaining angle. If we put numbers in here, which Euclid never uses, but in modern geometry, we could make a triangle where this is 36 degrees, and this is 72 degrees, and this is 72 degrees. So each of these base angles is double the value of the remaining angle. All right, that's our goal. So we have to begin with a given straight line. So our first thing is we're gonna take a given straight line, AB. And now we're gonna construct out of this given line an isosceles triangle that satisfies those conditions. So we're gonna take AB and we're gonna cut it in a particular way. We're gonna cut it such that, and we're gonna use Book 2, Prop 11, and that allows us to take a line and cut it in such a way that the rectangle contained by the whole of the line plus this piece to the cut, right? So the rectangle AB, BC will equal the square on the remainder, the square on AC. So go review that if that's confusing, but that prop allows us to cut this line so that it satisfies that condition. Once we've done that, we're going to now describe a circle, right? Where the diameter, where the center is A, and the diameter is going to be AB. That's AB is our diameter. So here's our circle. I'm not going to describe the whole thing. Don't have room, but I don't need it. All right. Now I'm going to take a line equal to this line, AC, and fit it into this circle. And I can use Prop 4, Book 4, Prop 1, that allows me to take any length of a line as long as it's equal to the diameter or less, and fit it into a given circle. So let's do that. I'm going to fit this line in here, and we need it to be that long. We need it to be as long as AC. So let's say BD. So we're going to make BD equal to AC, and it's going to be fit into our big circle. Okay, so let's mark. Right, we know that AC and BD are now equal. Now let's connect AD and CD. Now at this point we have what we're trying to do. Triangle ABD. Triangle ABD is the triangle that we're looking for. This is the triangle where we're going to prove that this base angle and this base angle is going to be double here the angle at A. So we've done our construction. Now we just have to prove that triangle ABD satisfies those conditions. All right, so that's what we spend the rest of our time doing. So now that we have this triangle here, let's do this in a different color. So we have triangle CAD, and what we can do is, using Book 4, Prop 5, we can draw a circle that circumscribed around this triangle. So let's draw the circle that circumscribes this triangle using that prop. Okay, so now let's go back to this. We know that the rectangle ABBC is equal to the square on AC. But AC, remember, is equal to BD. Therefore, the square on BD is equal to the square on AC. So we can substitute this in, and we can get ABBC is equal to the square on BD. Why does that matter? Well, we have B as a point outside this blue circle. And from this point, we have two lines falling on the circle, one cutting it and one just falling on it. And if it turns out that the rectangle contained by the hole plus this piece outside is equal to the square on the one that falls, then BD touches the circle. It's tangent. So our circle, CAD, is touched by line BD. So BD is a tangent line or a falling line. And that, we know this from book 3, prop 37. Well, then if we take book 3, prop 32, if at the point of tangency, we have a line that falls, that cuts to a circle, prop 32 tells us that the angle of that line is equal to the angle contained in the alternate segment. So these two blue angles are equal to each other. So angle BDC is equal to the angle BAD. Okay, so now let's give that a name. We'll call this angle A. That's its value. Angle, it just has A. All right. So now let's add this angle to the mix. Okay? And we'll call that angle B. Now, look at this angle here, BCD. BCD, this angle here, you should be able to see is an external angle, an exterior angle to this triangle. All right, we extended one of the sides, so this becomes the exterior angle. Well, book 1, prop 32 tells us that the exterior angle is equal to the two opposite interior angles. So angle BCD is equal to the angle at A and the angle at B. So let's just write that in. Let's just say this angle is equal to A plus B. The exterior angle is equal to the two opposite interior angles. But now let's look at what we already know. We also know that AB is equal to AD. Why? Because they're radii of the same circle, our big circle. And so we have an isosceles triangle. That's good to know. And when we have an isosceles triangle, it means that the base angles are equal. So it means that this angle is equal to this angle. So it means that this is also equal to A plus B, right? This angle and this angle are equal. This is an A plus B, therefore this must also be an A plus B. And that is simply book 1, prop 5. When we have isosceles triangles, the base angles are equal. But now let's look at this smaller triangle. In this smaller triangle, this angle and this angle are base angles, and they're equal to each other. So this is also an isosceles triangle. And when the base angles are equal, then the sides subtending those angles are likewise equal. Therefore, BD, this side is equal to this side, CD. And this is just prop 6 of book 1. Well, now wait, if this is equal to this was already equal to this. Therefore, CD, now CD is equal to AC, which means in this small triangle, these base angles are equal. Therefore, A equals B. Angle A is equal to angle B. So now every time we have a B, let's just replace it with an A. So instead of this angle being angle B, okay, since B is equal to A, let's just call this angle A. And likewise, these B's, they get replaced by angle A plus A instead of A plus B. So this angle is A plus A. This angle is A plus A. And this angle is A. So we've constructed an isosceles triangle where this angle, the base angle, is 2a, and this angle is 2a, and that's double the remaining angle. And that's what we're supposed to do, right? Therefore, we have constructed triangle ABD such that the base angles, okay, the angle at B and the angle at D, so the angle at B and the angle at D are equal to each other, but they're equal to 2 times the angle at A. And that's what we were supposed to do. So we can conclude our proof, our construction, with a QED.